Hey, looks like I'm live. Hello, you're here with your COVID boy, Jochen Heiden. I'm gonna set up this Hellsen turn. I'm already here on quarantine at my house. Can't go to work. Can't be around my family. Got nothing else to do. So I'm gonna do my turn, and hopefully somebody will watch. And if not, that's fine too. But I'll make the video either way. I'm gonna go ahead and get these links set up, and then I'll just get on with this turn. I'm gonna try to make this one a little bit faster than normal though, because I don't really feel like being on a computer for more than a couple hours. Hey Reno. Nice to see you. Sending out some links here. All right. I think I can get going on this. Hello, Mark. Excuse me. Sorry. COVID boys got the cough today. All right. So as always, I start at ADAC and I work my way around the map. I'm gonna go a little bit faster than last time because I just want to be done with this. Yeah, Mark, I had COVID last year around Christmas time too. So it's becoming an annual tradition with me. You can't even go out in public anymore without getting sick. It sucks. I remember the good old days when we used to be able to do stuff and no one would get sick, but I guess that doesn't work that way anymore. Hmm. All right, let's get this guy going to Prince Rupert. Pick up some troops. It's becoming an annual tradition, getting COVID every year. Hate it. It's just the symptoms for me are like a bad cold. A moderate cold. It's not awful. It just sucks because it's so contagious. So I can't be around anybody, do anything. Work won't let me go back to work. That kind of thing. Yeah, man. It's just like I don't remember getting sick as much as I do now. Granted, I have kids now. When I was a kid, I didn't have kids, but now that I have kids, they're always bringing home colds and flu from school and stuff, and I feel like I get sick a lot more than I used to. Man, I guess that's normal though, right? Anyway, so what I'm doing here is all that stuff is set up. I'm bringing in a lot of troops from the west coast into Prince Rupert, and this is where I'm using them to transfer out to ADAC because it's a little bit shorter route. It's a little bit safer. There's a less chance of Japanese sub activity out here, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just kind of using Prince Rupert as a going from. And then I probably need to think about some ASW out here soon. I got these guys all trained up right now because I need some ASW to cover these ports because Hellsen seems to be very active with subs even out here. Okay, got those guys coming in. All these guys here that are gonna go out to ADAC for sure. And then this guy's gonna go to ADAC. We're gonna move him over to Seattle. And then this ship will take him out there with escort. The Xylan. Kids are evil, man. Kids are evil and they make you sick. Ugh. I'm not blaming them for this one though. They didn't get me sick this time. I can't blame them as much as I want to. All right, all that's good up there. East USA. What do we got for ships? Nothing really worth sending anything yet. We got a bunch of ships coming in, but they're not there yet. Slowly but surely moving a lot of troops that are destined for India. They're coming up the rail lines to here. So we'll briefly take a look at the aircraft just to make sure everything's set up nice here. Okay. Make sure everybody's got pilots. Everybody's got training missions here. No one's short on pilots. All right. Not much work that needs to be done in eastern USA today. Just waiting for troops to get there, waiting for ships to get there. There's just not much else to do. All right. So we've been having a lot of issues with submarines down here south of San Diego. And check it out. They're still there because I have these guys are good. But watch this. Detection 4 of 4. Detection 4 of 4. So we still have a submarine operating out here somewhere. He's been very elusive so far. We did get some ships in here, though. Which is good. Alright, and then I saw we have some tankers that made it in. So what we'll do is we'll form these guys up into a tanker task force. Just to have them ready to go, and we'll fill them up. Fill them up full of fuel, just so they're loaded up and ready to go whenever that time comes. I don't want to have to wait for them to take on fuel whenever I'm ready to send them out. Yeah, the desync. Yeah, so I've never experienced them, but it's not an entirely uncommon thing after all the research that I did and talking to all the guys on my Discord. It happens every now and then, so it's not unheard of. I just got unlucky. I experienced one. I will say that I just watched the second Lodric turn. He just sent me the follow-on files, and there was no desync on the subsequent files. So we appear to be back on track again. But it does catch you off guard if you're not ready for it. You're like, wait a minute, what I saw and what this is looks something different. So your first thought is something nefarious is going on when it really isn't the case, you know? I really need to get this guy out here pretty soon. I don't know what I'm really waiting for on Yorktown. I think I'm waiting for one more Sims class destroyer to be ready. That's what it is. We're waiting for the Hammond. I want to take every single ship that I possibly can out with me. So I'm going to wait for the Hammond to be ready. And then we'll send the Yorktown out to join the rest of the carriers. And in the meantime, I have all of their potential aircraft squadrons training up here in Los Angeles just to get ready. So I do intend to take at least 3 Wildcat squadrons. I want lots of cap. And then probably 1 SPD squadron. Maybe 2 if I can fit them. We may be kind of running out of room on the aircraft carrier at that point, but definitely planning on taking a lot of fighters on this round. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is check on all these guys coming in. We have a conga line of ships coming in to LA here soon. This guy's heading to Balboa. Okay. Lot of ships coming in. Look at this. These are the ones that made it out. These are all the ships that made it out of whatchamacallit. Yeah, the South Pacific before Hellsen got in there. Okay, so all those convoys look good for now. Just coming in, just feeding into LA. Okay, let's take a look at Pearl real quick to make sure everything's nice and neat there. Everybody's training. I mean, oh, what's this? What are these guys doing? These guys should be training. Okay, looks like we got add some more ships to this. All right, those ships came back from Palmyra with some supplies the other day. Let's see what we got here. This guy can go in the shipyard for a day. Fix up that engine. This guy will be ready in a day. Cool. These guys are coming back from Midway. And then these guys are still unloading the 3rd Marines. I brought additional... Oh, wow. Major problem. That is a very specific question. The Hog Island class AKs, AKEs. I have done some. Let's take a look. So I got these guys over here. There's a Capella class. And looks like a Regulus class. I've updated those. As far as the rest of the Hog Islands, I'm not certain. It would take me a little bit of time to figure out which ones are that. Yeah, I'd have to go in the tracker and look at the classes and figure out which ships fall into that class, and I can look at them. But I would definitely want as many as possible converted to that standard. But yeah, as far as like which ones are Hog Islands, I couldn't tell you right now. I don't know them all by name. I'm curious. We can just take a quick look here if any of these are. Yeah, none of those are. Let's see. There's a lot of AKs here. Anything good here? Oh, there's one. It's a Harriman. Okay, there's a bunch of different ones that can be converted to AKEs, not just those Hog Islands. But when I see them come in, I convert them, whatever they are, since that's not the only class I can convert. All right, I think we're good at Pearl for the time being. All right. So we have a big problem right now. Let's talk about this here, but let me save the game first. Hmm. Oh, I save it under this. Yeah, it does get confusing when I have multiple campaigns going on, especially when I'm playing the same side and we're only a few months apart. It does get confusing, doesn't it? I get confused sometimes. All right, so here's my problem. Uh, Yesterday we spotted the Kido Butai carriers somewhere around here, just to the east of Canton, and now we don't see them. They disappeared again, which means they've disappeared into multiple different rings of naval search, and I have no idea where they went. Which is very concerning because if they go too far south, they're gonna run into a lot of my convoys. So what I did was I've got the carriers set up to go out this way. I think I'm going to adjust course to head more to the east right now because I need to make sure that I cut him off. I think we're going to head towards maybe Pantherin Island. But I want to use some waypoints. I just need to protect my ships, and I'm afraid he's out on a convoy raiding expedition right now. So that's kind of what I'm trying to do here at the moment. I don't want his carriers to get out into my convoy lanes. So I'm going to head further this way because we're also getting a little low on fuel. And I've got some AOs over here that are currently on the way over to Caroline Islands. So at some point we'll get a meeting going and I'll top off the fuel in these carriers. But I need to protect some of these convoys down here that I have currently en route to different places. So that's what I really want to use his carriers for, to shield these convoys from him, because I believe that's what he's about. The last intel we had showed that we had numerical superiority. It's not the full Kido Butai, it's a portion of it. So it's worth the trade to me. But if he gets down in here and destroys all my ships, there's no point. I might as well just quit the campaign at that point. So what I'm seeing suggests that we have enough superiority that it's at least a trade. You guys must have missed it. Yes, the last live stream I did. I are fully committed to going after his carriers. So please don't even try to talk me out of it. I'm not going to be back down at this point. The carriers are out here. They have a job to do. And the problem with moving west for me is the naval search that he has will see me come in days before I can get in position to do anything. So I'm definitely going to head out this way to guard these convoys. And then we can also link up with the Yorktown coming out of San Diego. All right, well, if I don't trade, I don't trade. Then the heck with it. But that's what I'm going to do. I don't have biplanes. Let me see. No biplanes there. Yeah, I don't have any biplanes. I got SBDs and such. And he very well could pull. He maybe have pulled back by now. I think he's probably in a rain squall or something. That could be why we don't see him, because we have overlapping fields of naval search here. So it's not like he's not in it. If he's heading down this way, he may just be, it could be weather that's preventing us from finding him. But either way, I cannot afford to have these ships taken out by carriers needlessly. So my carriers will come over here, refuel with the AO over here at some point. We'll wait for Yorktown to get down here, and then we'll have 4 carriers together. That's my choice, and I'm making that choice. So I only saw about 2 carriers worth of aircraft in the task force when we had it spotted on Canton last time. Now, if we get better spotting between now and then, and we see that he's got double the aircraft that I thought he did, I won't take that fight. But right now, we have what appears to be a numerical advantage. So I'm willing to take the risk, because I don't want to lose a lot of these convoys. They're too valuable to me. I have more of them down here too. And I don't know how far he's prepared to go penetrate. So And then plus we have also the other issue is I have multiple convoys. I have multiple convoys and ships here at Vava'u, and I don't. And I'm trying to stay kind of near them as well, because if he finds out that we're here and he does a port strike, it's gonna be just terrible. I got a lot of ships here, and I'm unloading a lot of troops here as well. I'm in the process of getting a lot of these guys unloaded. I have a ton of engineers, as you can see, and I'm working to build up this base as quickly as possible as my last line of defense if KC takes Luganville, Noumea, and Fiji. This is going to be about as far as I can fall back. So we're working quickly to get this base built up. But until I have it built up, there's not much I can really do here. So I don't want to leave these ships out here without some sort of cover in the vicinity, and that's what these guys are. So really, if you think about it, the carriers here are just going to be kind of doing a big holding pattern in this region to provide protection wherever it's needed. And I have enough naval search assets that I should be able to see him coming whenever he reemerges from his rain squall. And we can decide what we want to do from there. But I'm not running my carriers out of here. They're going to stay in this area. And if it looks favorable, then I'll take it. And if it goes bad, then it goes bad and we lose, and so what? I'm already doing enough running as it is. I'm tired of running. Anyway, I don't think I need to do too much maintenance on these convoys today. I think they're all kind of set to go to Rangiroa just to hide until I get more stuff out here to cover them. What are the pilots' experience in the carriers? Not great. Here, I'll give you an example. These are the Buffalo pilots. They're okay. SBD pilots, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Well, I mean, it's only January 3rd, so yeah. Yeah, I'm using TBDs. So I didn't have time to swap them out. Well, I'm gonna do it anyway. I've already made the decision, so I'm using them to cover all these assets out here. Because if I lose them all, the campaign's over anyway. I wonder if there's somewhere else I could deploy. I don't think there's any supply on Penthrin, is there? We need to get some supply out here. That would have been a good place to put some... This would have been a good place to put some darn PBYs, huh? Do I have any supply on here? Wow. I mean, they're this far out. They only need to go a couple more days south towards Penthrin Island and they'll find something, so... They might not even find me. He doesn't know where I'm at. He has no spotting on me at all, so... He doesn't know I'm out here. I do have the convoys moving southeast. So, these guys are just moving to cover. Because his carriers do move quite a bit faster than my transports do. And I need to refuel anyway. So, that's the other issue. Our fuel situation's not ideal in a lot of these units here. So I have a collection of AOs over here with fuel. So we're kind of doing a double-edged sword. I'm covering anything out here. And I've got fuel that I can top off all these guys. And then we'll double back with all these convoys that we pick up and bring them all over to Vava'u. Well, it's a perceived problem in my mind that I think exists, so that's why I'm doing this. I mean, I also didn't expect Lodric to have carriers this far south in the middle of nowhere, and he brought his carriers all the way to here, which, if you think about it, is even more extreme than where Hellsen's currently operating out of. Hellsen could easily have his AOs in the Marshall Islands, right? So where he's operating from isn't necessarily that far away from him, right? So I don't know. Maybe he turned around and went home, but I don't want to risk I don't want to risk it, so I'm going to use the carriers that way. Just checking out some stuff down here in New Zealand real quick. One thing you have to remember about this campaign is that I regret taking it from the start. I was not aware of Helson's capabilities. I think he kind of undersold himself a little bit. I didn't realize how strong scenario 2 was, and it has a lot of different changes um, than scenario 1. I've been finding more and more every day, more changes on the map, more changes in this scenario than what were advertised, and it's all over the place. I'll give you one example. Look out here in the Burma Road, right? In scenario 1, we have supply limits to all these bases, right? It's a huge issue. Look here, none here. So in this game, there are zero supply restrictions on these Burma Road bases between Chungking and Rangoon. That's not something that you're going to find out until you play the game. And there's tons of stuff like that all over the map. And I'm finding it out as I go. And I'm just like, it just letting me know that there's so much more to this than what I thought. So, I don't think I'm going to win this campaign anyway. I think Helson's too good. I think I gave him too much of a crutch with scenario 2. I just don't, I don't see me winning it. So, I'm kind of gonna experiment a little bit here with some stuff. You know, I'm doing the turtle strategies to some extent, but I'm gonna be a little more imaginative with my carriers than what I probably should. Uh, I should. Your advice is to go run and hide and stack my carrier somewhere and wait till June of 1942 and do something different. But um, at this time, I'm gonna just try something a little bit different here, and if it goes down in flames, then so be it. I mean, my main campaign is the Lodric campaign anyway. That's the one I've been putting the most effort into, so I don't really care if I lose these carriers here, to be honest with you. But, you know, it could work out good. Maybe I've properly assessed the situation. He's only got one fleet carrier and a couple light carriers and something, and we overwhelm him and we win the day. Or we trade, or... Well, because I'm not following your meta doesn't mean that it isn't okay. It's something different. I mean, if you want to watch the same old play-by-email campaign where the allies play things exactly the same every single time, that's not very exciting, is it? I want to try something else. I read what you said. I read everything you said. But I've already made a decision on this, yeah, like the previous turn. So, I mean, I appreciate your input, but I've already decided what I'm going to do. I don't think there's anything here to strike. Listen, I have pretty decent naval search out here, and this is all there is. We got a couple AKLs, a couple nothings out here. There's nothing really out here right now to strike. And he's going to see me coming 2 days in advance. What is your explanation or solution to his Mavises that have a 20 somewhat range of spotting see me coming 2 days in advance? He's going to be able to get out of the way before I get there. He's already got spotting planes on Tulagi. Guarantee it. I guarantee you he's already got a Mavis or two or something that can see all the way out here. So if I try to go out towards the Solomons, he's going to see me coming. So there's no point in doing it. That's why I'm not committing to going towards the Solomons with the carriers. He's going to see it before I can get there. The Japanese have way better naval search capability than I do. I'm struggling to keep him in range with my PBYs. If he's here at Tulagi, he's already at Tulagi, so he's gonna see it. The Mavis can go out to 20 hexes easily, and that would put okay. So I would have to be within 6 hexes of Indeni to strike it, right? That's there. It's deep inside the spotting range of his spotting planes. Ah. I'm not really interested in getting tangled up with all those aircraft up here either. I don't know. This is what I'm doing. I'm going to use carriers this way. And I guarantee you he's got... And yeah, well, that was at the beginning of the campaign. He's probably moved them all by now. Relocated them to different places. All right, I'm going to stop bothering with trying to get the Lark Battalion off of New Britain. Well, tell you what, if my carriers survive the next couple weeks, I'll consider a raid into the Solomons or something else. But I'm not gonna do it right now. I've already got them committed to where they're at, and I need to refuel anyway. So we have a meeting with the AOs in about a week. Why are these guys going here? Uh. Okay, Mark. Be careful. Don't burn up. Germain? Is that like a type of wine? You use all these big words all the time. I know who you are. You're a expert. Hey, I'm a simpleton. Explain to me what the word germain means. I don't really know what that means. Does it mean like germain? Is that like uh relevant? So we did have some sub activity off this area last turn. It's he's got at least 1 or 2 rowboats hanging off near Carnarvon. So I need to be very careful. I'm definitely not sending any more ships further north. That's for sure. And in fact, I should probably route these guys a little bit further away. Like this. Relevant, thanks. I don't know big words, man. We did manage to get quite a bit of fuel out of the Dutch East Indies, which is really cool. I probably got over 100,000 tons or whatever, 100,000 units, whatever the unit of measurement is for fuel. We did get that out of the Dutch East Indies without too much loss. We lost some stuff, but nothing that wasn't expected, so that'll definitely help. And I got all the Dutch destroyers and all that stuff out of there, which is really good. I like the Dutch destroyers for convoy escort duty. Okay, let me save this real quick and then we'll take a look at the Dutch East Indies. Work DEI. Because we got to figure out what we're doing with Serbia here. It's about to fall. Okay. Excuse me. All right. I think everything in Australia is pretty status quo. I don't think I really need to do much maintenance on that. Why don't I move these guys here? I'm also just put them in rest mode. I don't think they have anywhere else to go right now. All right, so let's look at the Dutch East Indies. So we have this carrier task force here, right? Obviously, it's not full of nothing but carriers. That's just bad spotting, but 112. So basically, there's 200 aircraft on there, which by my estimate would make that about 2 fleet carriers and maybe 1 light carrier or some combination. It's definitely a partial carrier task force. I don't know what he's doing. What I think he's doing is looking for bait or looking for something to kill. Because see this? He's got these cruisers out here, right? And I think he's taunting me to use my aircraft at Kupang on Timor to strike them. But they'll be under the long-range cap of these guys here. See how he went heavy on the fighters? I know that's kind of Hellsen style. He likes to stack fighters heavy on these things. So I think he's trying to tempt me into attacking this, but I'm not going to take that bait. But if they have any other secondary objectives, I don't know what they are. What I'm trying to do right now, as much as possible, is pull troops in from other bases. These guys get up. Let's do some troop transport with these. Where else can I pull troops from? Let's get the aviation guys out while I can. So I do have a question for anybody who understands this mechanic. So if I wanted to take these Dutch units, right, and I wanted to withdraw them or disband them, right? Do they come back at Heiden later on? if they have no base to come back to in the Dutch East Indies. Because that would be really convenient if I could take all these Dutch squadrons and just withdraw them for 60 days, and then when they can't come back to Java, they respawn in Aden. If that's how that works, then I think I would rather just do that. If anybody understands that, please let me know. Because I have all these units out here that I really can't get out of the way. But I would love to withdraw them. Yes, okay. So, Major, you're telling me if I take this squadron here and I withdraw it, it will come back in Aden. And then I could transport it back down into India perhaps and use it there. That would be excellent if that's how that works. Because I'm not really interested in leaving him any aircraft. Many are permanently restricted. Well, if they respawn in India, what do I do with them then? Or at Aden? Can I change their command? I mean, don't they revert to like a semi-restricted status if they go back to Aden since there's nowhere else for them to go? I'm asking. I don't know. Well, whatever. It's still better than them getting destroyed. Gotta figure out what to do with these guys. Running out of base to put them in. Oh, the problem is that he's already got heavy fighter cover. In like when he took Palembang, he put about 60 fighters in there. Oh, he's got fighters everywhere. But you know what? Here, we'll try it. Tell you what, we'll try it. Ooh, wait, do I have any house rules against that? Against bombing oil? I don't think so. No, I don't think so. It's a city attack, right? Tejpo oil. Let's try that for fun. Let's just see what that does. Let's see what that does. Just for fun. I mean, whatever. Starting to run out of room here on this base. Yikes. The base admins can be an issue here because I don't have a air HQ. Darn it. Wish I had an air HQ. I moved it up here and it got stuck in Bandung. If only I had known. I didn't realize that this would go down like this, so. I'm gonna have to start stacking these aircraft at other places. I got really spoiled in the Lodric campaign. Lodric took forever to do anything in the Dutch East Indies, so I had way more time to get my act together. But Hellsen he's already taken all of this by January 3rd, which I suppose is how normal Japanese players play. But I didn't have that experience, so I didn't really have a more coherent strategy set up. I didn't have a better coherent strategy set up for how to deal with Java, and now I'm stuck. I moved everything here when I should have moved it. I haven't had any luck with that so far. There's nothing out here, really. Oh, got a B-17 ready to go. Let's get that out of here. Oh, well, that's good to know. This is not normal play. This is exceptionally aggressive. Oh, well, that's nice to know. I thought this is how all normal good Japanese players were just super aggressive and just try to land grab everything right away. I mean, it appears to be working for them. I don't have anything out here to really stop them. I just did not have a. I had a plan for all of this stuff, but it was based on a different timetable, not this. Not having Java cut in half by the beginning of January. So it really kind of threw my plans out. I never realized how important that Timor was until later on. If I had known from day one that I wanted to make this a more important base, I would have evacuated more stuff here sooner. Because I really find this to be a pretty decent base to defend. And you have some lines of communication between Australia and it. It's got good. It's got decent terrain itself. The base is highly expandable. I wish I had known about. I wish I had realized that this was a better place to defend deep in DEI than when I did. But you know, it's too late now. Anyway, I don't think there's much else I can do here. They might be. I think this whole area is hey, I think this whole campaign is a lost cause, to be honest with you, but that's okay. Man, that guy's already detected up there, huh? Let's move him up a little bit. One more hex. All right. Move that guy up a little bit. Well, it's perfectly winnable by a competent allied player. That's not me. It's not winnable by me, I don't think. I think he's gonna hit the. He's gonna auto victory me. By 1943, at the rate that he's moving, I I, I don't see me making it through here. Not with my experience level. Yeah, this game made me feel so unoptimistic, even more than the Lodra campaign, which didn't go well for me either from the start. But I had no idea what I was really getting into. These guys are moving to Karachi. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've only owned this game since January of last year, and I only started playing play by emails May of last year. So I don't have a ton of experience to fall back on. I mean, I get a lot of great advice from people like Major and Desert Wolf and Nomad, all those other guys that have been playing a long time. I get great advice from them, but I also have to make my own decisions sometime, and they don't always work out. I don't want to just play by everybody else's suggestion all the time. I listen to them, but at some time I do like to make my own choices, good or bad. And sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Um, I don't think he's gone past 1943 either. To be honest with you, I'm pretty sure that he has won all of his games by the end of 1942, or because the Allied player quit because they were getting beat up too much. That's how I understand a lot of his games to have gone. But I don't know that I can even get past it. If I can get past it, I feel like I can win. I really do. Um, but I don't know if I will. That's the issue. Let's get these guys ready to move. What kind of ships do they need? Well, I guess the a lot of people play to win, not just to play this to experience the war. I think Helson's the kind of guy that plays to win. Like he's looking to finish this up by 1943. So he's playing like that. I don't know that he's planning for the long game. Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. I don't know that he's got a long game, but if he does so good that he doesn't need one, then you know, there you go. All right, this is going very fast today. I'm trying to just kind of get this going quickly. Pretty soon I'll be looking at China, and then I'll end the turn. I don't have a lot of endurance for sitting here and looking at every single thing today because of my COVID. Let's see, troop. So I need a lot of cargo. I want to get these guys going. So let's go transport. Grab two of these. Actually, you know what? No. Well, they move at the same speed, don't they? Yep. What are these crews at? No, we'll take the APs. Dock, load. Well, here's how I'm gonna disrupt it. I'm gonna send my carriers out in a YOLO to go attack his in the middle of the South Pacific. That's how I'm gonna do it. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Hold on. That get me on anybody? Nobody got COVID, right? All right. Sorry. I hope I muted the mic. Okay. Oh, that's all good to go here. I don't think I need to sit here and babysit a lot of these convoys today. All right. Oh, that's fine. I still don't know why I moved these guys to Madras. Oh, I know why. Because I was getting too many aircraft stacked up here at Calcutta. That's why I moved them to Madras. Okay, well, I got these guys training then. I forgot why I moved them to Madras, but now I do. Yeah, I have too many aircraft in Calcutta right now. Once I get this up to a size 8 airfield, I'll be better off. That'll double my aviation support, but because I'm not using Rangoon anymore, I had to evacuate a lot of aircraft to Calcutta. And it's a little bit busy here right now. Yeah, invasion of Tokyo. Let's do it, man. I'll just send the carrier straight there right now. All right. So in India, I'm building up Calcutta. Excuse me. I decided not to invest a lot into Ceylon. So I've already pulled off the Eastern Fleet. I've just got some placeholder stuff in there now, but I've moved the bulk of the ships to Bombay. Just to get everybody up to speed on, for those of you that are curious what I did with them. I moved the bulk of my heavy assets out of Ceylon and moved them up to Bombay for now. And I've moved all of my B-17s on the map that I can possibly move to India. And I have them here, well, for two reasons. One, for the defense of India, which I anticipate he's going to come for. And two, to be used in my eventual counterattack, which I do want to do through Burma with American forces that are currently on the way right now. So I do have the B-17s here. And we're working on expanding the airfield and all that stuff. So that's what I'm doing with my B-17s, if anybody was curious. And again, moving Eastern Fleet all the way up here to Bombay. And we're going to base out of here for the time being. And then I'm also, once I have Calcutta built up and I have Bombay built up, I'm going to look at building up Delhi next. There's not much I can do for Australia. I mean, well, sort of. I've got the carriers out here, and if I can secure the convoy lanes, I can move troops to Australia as well. We have a lot of them just floating out here. Thousands of troops. But honestly, I think it would be easier for him to win the campaign if he went after Burma, China, and India. I mean, is there enough points in Australia to really win the campaign? I don't know if there is. I guess. If he can get all the way to here, but jeez. I don't know. I think at best he'll take all these bases in northern Australia, but that's not enough points to win. I think the points concentration that's best for him is China, Burma, and India. And a better terrain here to move. I don't know. I think he's going to go for India, but we'll see. It's too early to tell which way he's going. He is moving fast in Java, but that just could be because he wants to wrap it up quickly. I think he just wants to be done with it out here. Have this bottom edge of his flank secure so he can focus on up in here where everything's a little easier to move around in. The devices, yes, but, you know, if you take all these bases up here, they're worth points. And you knock us out as a point of contention. And if he takes Chungking, there's a ton of points there as well. I don't know what he's going to do. Who knows? All right, so let's do this. Let's go troop transport, destination, Rangoon. We'll drop off. We'll set, let's see. Trying to get as much out of there as I can. Uh-oh. Did I lose my stream? Huh. Oh, okay. I guess YouTube's not acting very good today. Let's see here. So, basically, I'm almost done with this. I just need to look at China here. And I'm wondering what I can do down here. He's definitely going hard in the north, which means he might be a little bit weak down south. What would happen if I took Canton? Is it even possible for me to take Canton right now? Or take Hong Kong back? I think I might be a little too defensive down here. What happened? What would happen if we went after Wu Chang? Would he be able to even get enough troops in here to stop it? I don't know. Move troops into Wu Chang? Oh, Canton. Oh. Well, I don't know if what he's got protecting Canton. I'd have to bring a lot of troops down here to take it. Well, what are you saying? I gotta take the whole hex. I don't want to attack the cities directly. I would have to move them into Canton. Hex side control. I'd have to. I couldn't completely surround it though. And it's clear terrain all around it. I don't think. I think we need to talk about this on Discord a little bit more. I don't really understand what you're saying. Real quick though, because I want to end this turn. Uh, this is my situation in northern China, which is the biggest pressing risk. So he just took out the units here. And he's going to start going up this way. So I have a blocking unit here. I'm going to send these guys down to here just to guard against an incursion. Oh, I see what you're saying. I just move into the hex, but don't deliberate attack. Ah. I'm sorry. That makes sense. Yeah, I move into the hex, but don't deliberate attack. Hmm. Yeah. Move him in, and then I get the same benefit as Urban Heavy as he does. So if he wants him out, he has to attack me on ×4 terrain. I see what you're saying. Well, let's see what we can send down there to do that. Look at all these guys. They're just looking for something to do. Hey, guys, come on. Set all this up. This is a great idea. Let's do it. Hey, I got nothing else to lose, right? Let's go. Set a destination hex. Canton. And they're going to move So all to follow. Yeah, I like that. So we're gonna go this way, and then through here, because it would be harder for him to see us. It would be harder for him to see us if we come in this way. If we take this road, he might catch us. We don't really need to be in a rush to do this. Nothing else to lose. What if we did this then? Wu Chao, does that have a garrison requirement? Okay, it does. Okay. Let's cross the river here. Yeah, we'll split these guys into three. So I'll leave one for garrison and two to move. Send 1K AV into Indochina. Oh yeah. Hey, that doesn't okay. When you do that though, it doesn't it cause some reinforcements to spawn in? Am I gonna get myself in trouble with all those units that spawn when you do that? Yeah. You know what? I think I need to get a little more aggressive here. Maybe we can just throw him off pace a little bit. Wait, I don't want to strat move. What am I doing? So strat move down to here. I'm gonna move a little bit of troops out of Changsha since he's not down here. It would be pretty funny to take Hanoi, right? Let's see what we can rustle up. Let's see what kind of troops we can get going here. Yeah. Yep. I like the idea. We're gonna start an offensive down here, and if we can even get to Hanoi and just take it, and take Haiphong and Lansong, just kind of pester them over here, poke and prod, slowly work our way down, see what we can see, and if nothing happens, that's fine. But I'm not dealing with the same quantity of troops that I am in a Lodric game because Hellsen doesn't have the whole Qingtung army available to him in this one. All right, so I think we also need to take some of these guys, and I can't believe I have all these guys sitting here. Send a couple more of them down there. I didn't realize I had 4,000 AV sitting in. I need to start moving these guys like right now. So I'm going to send a lot of troops back to Changsha to help bolster the northern push here. Man, they've probably been here for weeks too. I know looks a little time consuming, but I have to be careful which units I send and which ones I don't. Because I do want to leave some garrison here as well. Okay. Okay, I think we're set. So we got a lot of troops moving back to Chongqing, a few more coming to Changsha, and now we're going to send quite a bit um, down here, and we're going to poke and prod our way into um, down here. Oh, trust me, I am not staying in Xi'an at all. The terrain is garbage. It's clear terrain. I can't defend it. So we're moving to here and here for now. These are the two hexes that I'm looking to reestablish in because it's ×2 terrain. I have to cover 2 hexes at a time. Let's see, I Chang. Well, he's gonna have a lot of troops here, though. Oh, are you talking about these ones? He's gonna have a lot of troops here, right? I guess they'd have to dig me out too, right? What if we did that? What if we move into Hankow? Yeah. Well, I can't abandon. If I abandon Lanchow, then we lose all of our fuel, and then we don't get any more supply because we're already losing the Burma Road. All right, so we're not going to have that. And then if we lose the fuel here too, then we have no supply. Then we can't survive. We have to have the supply. We're not going to have the Burma Road. So really, we're going to rely only on Chongqing to provide supply to all of China. And they need the fuel from here to do it. How am I going to lose the fuel? If I successfully defend, if I successfully defend it, then I won't lose the fuel. Hey, Joe. I could defend against this. I could hold here. Well, no, I mean, Let me see. Let me try it. I think I can. I think if I stack enough AV in these two hexes here, it'll be very difficult for him to get him out. Because he is playing with political point limits, unlike Lodric, who can bring everybody. Let me make sure everybody's moving here. I'm evacuating Sion. Absolutely, I'm not even attempting to hold it. I don't know why this guy's going west. But whatever. Okay, everybody's on the way out. These guys are on the way out. Well, I just need to last for a while until I get enough troops into Burma to reopen the road or something else. I need supply to last a while since I'm losing the benefit of the Burma road so early on in the campaign. I'd like to keep the fuel flowing into Chungking as long as possible, just to delay. But I'm not going to have that. Within days, the Burma road is done. So if I need to preserve this fuel supply from Lanchow to Chungking for as long as I can to extend the amount of time I can have troops in supply. Make sure everybody's moving here. Okay, everybody's moving. And then these guys, is everybody moving? Okay, these guys are going to stay and delay. These guys can stay and delay. All right, these guys need to move faster. All right. So, in the meantime, I'm going to move some troops to here. And I also got troops moving this way. So, this is one thing I've got going on. I'm moving a lot of... I've got 1,000 AV heading up this way. And we're going to either get here before he does, which I doubt it because of the terrain. Or we can come in behind him and block the road if he gets past Ankang and cut off his supply. So these troops are coming in behind him, hopefully, to flank here. So that's what these guys are on the move right now. Up this road, we're going to cross either here or here and block him in if he gets past Ankang. I've also got troops moving up this way. I got troops moving down this way. Let's see, what is going... Okay, I need to get troops moving to this hex immediately. No, one further. Ah, man. East. Just distributing troops is what I'm doing. These guys can stay. These guys can stay. Yep. I just try to get. I gotta get there before he does. Base forces. I don't need those. Those can go to Kenko. Build up. All right. I think that's good. Let's see, we got 1,016. Okay. So we kind of got a plan here. So this is the plan. We're gonna hold. I'm gonna turn on the train identifier here. We're gonna hold here, here, and here, just to the northwest of Ankang. If we can hold those three hexes for a while, that allows the fuel to continue to flow from Lanchow to Chungking. Now, I understand that it may not be permanent. He may eventually break through, but it buys us more time. The more time, the better. Every day that fuel is flown from Lanchow means there's more supply available in China, since the Burma Road will be cut any day now. So that's the plan. I've got troops moving in those directions. Additionally, I have these guys coming in from Chungking along the road here to hopefully get in behind these guys. Once they get past Ankang, I'm going to come in behind him and block him in. I don't think he knows that these guys are on the road up here right now. So that's the other part of the strategy. And it's all about hoping and praying after that. Because I don't got anything else. That's all I got. So let me save this. All right. I'm thinking I'm about ready to end this turn. This was about an hour and 23 minutes. That's pretty decent for me. Um, is there anything anybody wants to see before I shut this down? Thank you, everybody who came and gave me suggestions. I listen to some. I don't listen to others. Yeah, don't get offended if I don't take everything you say and implement it. But I like to hear what you got to say. I think the Canton thing could be good. I think the Hanoi thing could be really good. Um, yeah, I like those ideas, so I'm going to implement those. And then what else? Yeah, I think that's it. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this now and eat some chicken soup, chicken noodle soup for dinner, and yeah. So again, thanks to everybody who showed up tonight. I appreciate it very much. Your suggestions are very appreciated. I will catch you guys soon. This will be heading up to Hellsen after I do some quick QC once I end the stream. Oh, no, but a expert there tried so hard to get me to change my mind. He really did. Who's also known as Major Problem. He really doesn't want me to do this, but I'm doing it anyway. But because we lost sight of the Kido Butai carriers last turn, I'm not going straight for Canton now. I'm going to turn a bit more east and head for Pentrin because we do need to refuel anyway. So I've got some AOs out here that I can top off some fuel with if I need to. And then we get all these convoys together and move them safely to where they need to go under carrier escort. That's the plan as it is right now. And then hopefully while we're out this area, we can get to Yorktown in a couple days to start heading out from San Diego down to meet up with the other carriers, and we have the full U.S. carrier force together. That's my plan. It's not well received. People don't like it. I was repeatedly told that it's no good, and they're more than likely right. But I'm gonna do it anyway because I got nothing to lose, man. This campaign to me is not. I don't feel like I'm gonna win it anyway. So This is my chance to experiment with some stuff and see how things work. And this isn't that big of a deal. I mean, I just might lose all my carriers. Yeah, if you guys have any other questions, you can ask in Discord. I'll be on there all night. So I'm gonna end this now. Get this over to Hellsen to get this campaign moving, and then, yeah, and then I also need to get working on the Lodric video because I just got that back and it's bad, guys. If you want to see a blowout, come over and watch. That video will be out tomorrow. We have serious problems in the Lodric campaign now. Huge issues. Like bad. So, anyway, I will catch you guys on the next one. Thank you so much.